and welcome to Broken Entertainment. So I'm going to cover a little bit of news here. Now, this isn't exactly breaking at this point, it's been out for a while, but I kind of want to get into um, some of my thoughts on this and the way Disney has been handling things of late. I think that's more important than Scarlett Johansson not being quite as much of a millionaire as she thought she would be. So, uh, Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney for a breach of contract over Black Widow's same-day streaming release. Disney says lawsuit disregards horrific effects of COVID-19. Now, we all know, I think, or at least a lot of people know, that Disney has been using the virus, since we're not really allowed to say what it is. They've been allowing the virus to uh, be used as a shield. Whenever something doesn't work out for them, they go, oh, the pandemic. Woe is me. None of our stuff has worked because of the virus. But when their stuff does work, they don't mention it. Now, to me, I'm gonna side here with Scarlett Johansson, and it's not because I'm concerned about her. She's fine. But I have brought up in a couple of previous videos that Disney is not paying their authors. Now, authors, for the most part, especially freelance authors who are doing the kind of work that Disney has, those people are not millionaires. They are middle class for the most part. And some of them might even have other jobs. And that money that Disney's not paying them is crucial to putting food on their table. It's very important to them. It's their income. And Disney is saying, "Oh no, we got your stuff from buying this other company. That doesn't transfer." And these people are having to go to the Science Fiction Writers Association of America and get them to go to Disney one case at a time, because Disney is requiring people to bring their cases individually, and they're requiring them to announce them. They're not doing any effort to actually go through their files and say, okay, this person needs royalties, this person needs royalties. Now, a couple big names have got their money. Boom Studios did the right thing and said, we're part owned by Disney, but who cares? We're paying our people. But this is just a symptom of that. Disney has experimented with not paying people, and they've largely gotten away with it. So now they're saying, okay, well, we're going to promise our actors this amount of money, but under specific conditions that we're then going to do nothing to promote. And it's awful. It's, these actors, they're millionaires, they're multimillionaires. I'm not worried about them putting food on their table or what have you, but they are doing a job. And they have been promised X amount of money for X work under X conditions, and their employer is intentionally avoiding that task. They're making sure that it's not getting paid out. And it's just what a company like Disney is able to do because they're so big. They can just say, oh, well, we'll just throw some lawyers at that and get that taken care of. And it's despicable to me. It's awful. And what bothers me, I think, the most isn't that Scarlett Johansson has a money problem. It's that nobody cares about the authors. I've brought it up in some videos. They've gotten some good views. People who are made aware of it care, but the media isn't pushing this like they're pushing the Scarlett Johansson story. There's no big conglomerate pushing this to help them out. They don't have the money for big time lawyers. No one cares about them. But Scarlett Johansson doesn't get 50 million, she gets 35 or whatever. Well, now we got to talk about it. And that's not surprising. It is what it is. But let's go ahead and get into this. Well, following her destruction of the Red Room, Scarlett Johansson has set her sights on a new all-powerful entity with a worrying amount of power, as the actress has filed a lawsuit against Disney on the grounds that the media conglomerate violated the terms of her contract when they released Black Widow on Disney Plus at the same time as the film landed in theaters. First reported by the Wall Street Journal, Johansson's lawsuit argues that Disney's decision to employ simultaneous release strategy for Black Widow intentionally induced Marvel's breach of the agreement without justification in order to prevent Ms. Johansson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. The actress's salary for appearing in the film was based heavily on its box office returns. Now, good luck proving intent. According to a person familiar with details of her contract, Black Widow's Disney Plus release will purportedly cost the actress more than $50 million US. Lawsuit further notes Johansson was concerned that Black Widow would end up on Disney Plus even before the onset of the virus, to the extent that she sought assurance from Marvel that her contract would be honored. In response, Marvel chief counsel Dave Gallazui assured Johnson that the film would exclusively release in theaters, writing to the actress in an email. Now, see, if you've got an email, this is why I like paper trails. We understand that should the plan change, we need to discuss this with you and come to an understanding, as the deal is based on a series of very large box office bonuses. However, the lawsuit further claims her attempts to renegotiate her contract in light of Black Widow's dual release were ignored by both Disney and Marvel. The lawsuit further claims Johansson attempted to renegotiate her contract after learning of Black Widow's dual release, but notes that both Disney and Marvel were unresponsive. One of Johansson's lawyers, John Berlinski, provided a statement to Variety in which he asserted it's no secret Disney is releasing films like Black Widow directly onto Disney Plus to increase subscribers and therefore boost the company's stock price, and that it's hiding behind the virus as a pretext to do so. But ignoring the contracts of the artists responsible for the success of its films and furtherance of this short-sighted strategy violates their rights, and we look forward to proving as much in court. At Berlinski, this will surely not be the last case where Hollywood talent stands up to Disney and makes it clear that, whatever the company may pretend, it has a legal obligation to honor its contracts. As for Disney, just hours after Johansson's lawsuit was made public, the company issued a statement in their defense. So this is where Disney shows their colors. Okay? A professional company, a good company, would have addressed this with a little bit of a little bit of legalese, a little bit of neutral speak, and tried to figure something out. But not Disney. Disney attacks authors, Disney attacks their fans, and the media doesn't care. But Disney turns around and attacks Scarlett Johansson, and now we got to put it all over the internet. The lawsuit is especially sad and distressing in its callous disregard for the horrific, prolonged global effects of the virus, according to Disney. So they're trying to paint her as this terrible, callous person because she wants her money. Look, Scarlett Johansson's going to be fine, but Disney is an unprofessional company that only cares about its bottom line and does not care one iota about the creators that help make it what it is. And that includes authors, it includes comic book creators, it includes artists, and it includes actors and actresses. And the media that is such a big fan of Disney is very, very happy to go along with it until now. And nobody cares when it's somebody who isn't a big-time actor and actress. They do not care. When I say nobody, I'm talking about the talking heads. But we're going to make this a big story because some actors and actresses are involved. Now you want to get upset with Disney. Now you want to get upset. Now that you see Disney directly attacking her because of a lawsuit, This is what Disney is. This is Disney without the mask. Okay? Unfortunately, Disney right now is a terrible company. And that will continue. We also have potentially Emma Stone and Emily Blunt could sue Disney next. This is on Cosmic Book News. This is a bit of a rumor still and some speculation, and I'm not going to really go into it, but basically suing for the same thing. And, you know, I'm glad these lawsuits are happening. I want Disney to be held accountable. Unfortunately, it's not going to help the authors that aren't getting paid. That's just the way it is. But at least if Disney is held accountable on some regard, it would be nice to see them revealed for who they are on some level. Because a lot of these media companies that always say everything Disney does is the best thing since sliced bread, a lot of these companies have been covering for them by not talking about stuff or by helping to attack people on social media who call them out for it. But that's just kind of where I stand on it. I hope she wins. I hope Emma Stone and Emily Blunt also sue and win. But only because I want Disney to be held accountable on at least some level for this lack of payment that they have been giving other people that have made them who they are, that have made these properties what they are. And I'm not worried about Scarlett Johansson and Emma Stone and Emily Blunt. They're all going to be fine. But they did the work. They had a contract. If Disney changed how they approached that contract incorrectly, they are in violation. So we'll see where it goes from here. I have a feeling this all gets quietly swept under the rug in a week or two. And, we'll see. But Disney has a way of making these things disappear. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.